Are you ready, sir?
Yep.
Yep. And is the...
Just still need to start recording, sorry about
Yep.
that.
Yep. Okay. Welcome to the Norwood Zoning Board meeting of July 9, 2024. This meeting is being recorded by Norwood Community Media and also by, I don't know if it's GoToMeeting or Zoom meeting,
Google Meet.
Google Meet. And I would ask everyone to silence all their electronic devices at the time. The format this evening will be any parties wishing to offer comments and testify in matters before the board. Please approach the podium, state your name and address for the record. The applicant or their representative will address the board, provide evidence and testimony supporting their proposal. Members of the board may ask questions during, before, or after the applicant's presentation. Following questions or comments from the board, the chair will then open the hearing to the general public, anyone wishing to speak upon the matter or the proposal that's before us. That would include any written comments that have been received. All comments or questions to the applicant will go through the chair, and following the applicant will be given an opportunity to make a final statement. The board will then consider continuing the public hearing or move to close the public hearing. If the board chooses to close the public hearing, the board may proceed to deliberate and vote on the proposal. Okay, a couple of things to this evening. We'll do the reorganization. We've been putting that off since May. So we'll open up the nominations for chairman for the next year of the Zoning Board of Appeals. Is there any nominations?
Mr. Chairman, I would like to
Yes.
put your name in for chairmanship. You've been doing a great job, and if you're willing to serve, we would appreciate it.
Thank you.
I would second that.
There's a second. Okay, is there anyone else nominations, chairperson? We'll close that and take the vote. Mr. O'Neill and Mr. Sheehan for chairman?
Yes.
Yes. Shannon?
Yes.
Al?
Yes.
And I vote yes, so that is done. While we're waiting for the applicants, we'll take up the meeting minutes from May 7, 2024. This was the Bruce Road application. I have reviewed the minutes. I did not have any changes. Did any members have any changes to the meetings, minutes as they were presented?
No comments.
No. I have no comments.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the meeting minutes of May 7, 2024.
Motion.
Motion's been made by Mr. O'Neill. Is there a second?
Second?
Seconded.
Shannon.
Shannon? Yep. Al on the meeting minutes?
Yes.
approved? Shannon?
Yes.
Yes.
Matt? And the chairperson votes yes. Sir, who are you with?
My name is Ishmael Nazarov.
Okay, let me read the public hearing, please, then. We're going to hold you again, but you're here. This is case number 2024-1466-72 Broadway Street for a special permit of zoning bylaw 3.1.5. Notice is hereby given that the Board of Appeals of the Town of Norwood will hold a public hearing on July 9th, 2024 at 7 p.m. on the request of Azmelia Nazarov, and I apologize if I didn't get that correct, case 24-14, with respect to the property located at 66 and 72 Broadway Street, Norwood, Mass. 02062, in the Central Business Zoning and Mixed Use Overlay District. The hearing will be held at the Norwood Senior Center, 275 Prospect Street, Norwood, Mass. 02062, and will be also available for remote participation via Google Meet. The application requests a special permit pursuant to zoning bylaw section 3.1.5, table of use regulations, to operate an auto repair facility in the Central Business District. Any zoning relief that may be required in adherence to the Norwood zoning bylaw shall be considered by the board. Interested parties are encouraged to attend the hearing and make their views known to the board. Plans are on file with this application in the office of the Zoning Board of Appeals and may be requested by emailing comdev@norwoodma.gov Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And this advertisement for this hearing ran in the Norwood Record on June 20th and June 27th. Before we begin, sir, I just want to let you know that there's only 4 members sitting, and for a special permit, you would need all 4 members, okay? Usually we have 5 members, so I just wanted you to be aware of that. Please proceed. Your name and address for the record.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Ishmael Nazarov. Address is 66 to 72 Broadway in Norwood, MA, 02062. It is with a great pleasure that I'm in front of you today, asking that Town of Norwood accept my ZBS special permit application. I have already occupied and rented the building for going on 3 months now. As a business owner, one of my proudest moments is helping those who's in need. Our business will be operating as a repair shop for varieties of automobiles. We have experienced mechanics who will perform repairs anywhere from basic tire change to fixing transmission systems and engines. We hope to provide customers with a reasonable prices and efficient service. 66 to 72 Broadway will consist of an repair service station operating with a building itself. I myself have been in the automobile business for 5 years now. It is something that I have become very knowledgeable in and take such a much pride in. I own another used car dealership located in Raynham, Massachusetts, and towing company, as well as with a few other phone repair spots. Thank you for considering this request. I look forward to growing my business, serving Norwood community.
Any questions or comments from the board? Al, I'll start with you.
You said you've been in the place doing work for the last 3 months.
Yes, sir, I have.
You're doing work that you haven't got approved.
No, just fixing the place up. I did the flooring, bathroom, brand new bathroom, just fixing the buildings that I haven't been providing any service to the public yet.
Have you gotten all your permits required? And are you familiar with what needs to be done regarding signage?
Yes, I have looked into it. So I wasn't allowed that many signage on that business location. So I know what are the signs that's allowed, and that would be the only sign that would be put out there as a signage.
So for right now,
Okay.
I'm all set for right now.
I noticed that the buildings have all been painted black, so I'm just trying to understand, are you just doing like cosmetic improvements to the building, or are these like elevations and renderings that we have? Are you doing like substantial work to the exterior of the building?
So my plan was to paint the buildings to
Yep.
black color, so I can have my signage that's going to be located outside the building in yellow, so it'll pop out on the building a lot more. Yellow with black color. That's why I painted the buildings into black color.
Got it. And then you said that it's going to be a car dealership, but indoors only. So can you just describe how you're using the 3 buildings?
The 3
on the
buildings
site?
how I'm using is there's 3 buildings. The first building, which is the main building, that we have 3 lifts in there, and we can put up to 5 cars. So we can park 3 cars in that building, as I have it on the planning. Second building is the small garage. We're planning to do only new tires if it's going to be possible out of there. And the third building, which is the only office building, we're going to use it as an office, basically a waiting room for our customers. Besides that, if I could get a permit to have maybe a few flags outside the building, I'm not sure. I haven't talked to anybody about it yet. But that's what the plan is. The main building, the building 1 is the repair garage with 3 lifts, and you could park 3 cars in there besides the lifts. Also small building only for new tires, and also the office building only for office, few computers, desks, and waiting room for the customers.
Yeah, because I think I had seen an email from our building commissioner that you can't have any of the, at least, cars that you're looking to sell parked outside. So I'm
Yep.
just curious to know Like, do you have enough space to be running a repair shop and also have indoor space for
So,
storing cars for sale?
since it's a business district, I understand that I'm not allowed to have any cars outside the building for sale. So if I do end up having my dealer license approved with the property from the town of Norwood, it'll be only for 3 cars that I'll be parking inside the building.
Got it, okay. So you would use the 3-bay that has the lifts for repairs,
Yes.
and then it would be 3.
3, yep.
areas
The
for-
building 1, you could fit up to 6 cars in there. 2 lifts is on the side, and 3 cars that's on the planning that I could park next to each other when we're closed down. So there won't be no cars outside the building that's not registered. We also have talked to him about, I had 2 of my cars at the property that I should not have because they weren't registered. So there won't be no cars located on the property that is not registered and that is for sale because it's a business district. I understand that.
Yeah, no other questions right now?
Matt?
In your existing business,
Yes.
what percentage are car sales and what percentage are car repairs?
So the used car dealership that I own on Route 44, Raynham, Massachusetts, is about, I want to say, 70% auto sales and 30% auto service.
Okay?
We had our 4 professional techs working out of there, but I only have a 2-bay garage there, so that's why I wanted to get a bigger garage and do bigger services and hopefully be able to serve town of Norwood.
And so, are you gonna hire more people? Or are you
Yes,
gonna
I'm
just
definitely looking into.
move people from down there up here, or what's your plan?
So I do have 2 mechanics, but I feel like that won't be enough for me at this location because I'm trying to do the knee tires as well. And I also need somebody to cover those 2 mechanics if they need a day off. So I will be definitely looking into hiring more people to cover up my mechanics and also help them if it needs to be.
And what do you anticipate your split being here in terms of sales versus, mechanical work?
So I'm looking 95% repairs.
And there are a lot of repair shops in town. I mean,
Yes.
You got a lot of competition.
Yes, and I'll definitely serve a lot of reasonable prices and service, such as I'm willing to hire somebody to drop the customers off and pick them up if it needs to be. They want to drop the car off, we could give them a shuttle service to their house and pick them up when their car is ready. So stuff like that, I'm hoping I could beat my competition that's around me.
And have you spoken to any of the abutters about what your plans are and what have they said to you?
Have I talked to who?
Any of the businesses around you or across the street, the folks that live there?
I
Have you spoken
haven't.
to
I
anybody?
haven't met nobody, to be honest
Okay,
with
so
you.
you don't know how anybody feels about what you're
Yes.
planning to do, okay. Good.
Did you receive a visit today from the building inspector?
Yes, I did.
Did he issue a cease and desist order?
What is it?
Did he issue you a cease and desist order?
What is that?
You were operating a business without a permit from this board here.
I wasn't operating. I wasn't there myself, so we weren't operating at all. My mechanic.
I was just there. I've got pictures of you having a car dropped off. You've got over 15 cars on the property, and they were working in that building last week on vehicles. And the building inspector went there today and provided us with a letter that said that is exactly what was going on.
I do have some of
Observed from a
my.
public way and confirmed via site visit by the Norwood Building Commissioner zoning enforcement officer that the following violations of the Norwood zoning bylaws exist in the referenced address. So, you've been working on cars there, because you put a new lift in there.
I
correct?
have maintained all my lifts. Yes, I have.
You put
I
a new
put
lift
air
in there,
compressors, tire machines
Yeah.
to be able to start running.
So, answer me honestly, have you been working on vehicles in that building?
I have been working on vehicles in that building, so yes, I have, but not for public.
Doesn't matter if it's for public or for private. You're supposed to
It's
come
my-
before us before you start doing the work. And you're dropping a car off just to see, I was just there at 6:30. One of your tow truck companies is dropping a car off.
Yes.
Now, why would they be dropping a car off if you're not doing business there?
Because we're hoping that we can start doing business out of there. That's why they're dropping cars off.
Well, this permit, if it was to be issued, there's an appeal period. It doesn't happen automatically.
I did not know that, sir.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
is the cease and desist order relative to him doing business now, or is it with respect to the improvements he's making that he did not get a permit for?
Well, in regards to the work, that would be up to the building inspector, the electrical inspector. We won't comment on that.
It's the use.
Yeah, we're here for the use, so, and, I don't know if you've received this, I'll hand it to you.
I did got an email that I couldn't find. Yes.
So, anything else? No. Anything else?
He can get an opportunity to withdraw. Should we explain what the results would be if he elected to continue?
Yeah, certainly can do that, but first let me just see if there's anyone here on, go to meeting, there's no one here, there's no one here in the public. Okay, you may, sir, so, besides working without a permit, which, quite frankly, I'm one member that does not look kindly upon that. And then in regards to a special permit, there has to be, we have some guidelines that we have to follow, that there has to be a use, a social economic use. And in just that area alone, within a mile from where you open it up, we have 3 right on Broadway. Broadway Collision, Wentworth at 145 Broadway, and when you cross over East Hoyle Street, Auto Doctor. On Pleasant Street, we have Norwood Auto. On Lennox Street, we have G&S, we have Jim's Auto. And then on Route 1, we have several places. We have Norwood Golf in the Ponset. We have A&A at 883 Washington Street. And none of these include all the car dealers that do automotive repair. So in regards to a need for the community, I'm not sure that you meet that threshold. That being said, what Al had said, if you move forward tonight, you need all 4 votes. And if you'd like to withdraw without prejudice, and maybe come back with resolve your issues with the building inspector, and to come back with a more detailed plan, and I don't know what all those cars are behind the building. There's cars back there, there's cars on the side, there's cars in the front, there's cars being dropped off. I mean, you're starting from a bad spot. So if you withdraw without prejudice, you can come back before us. If you go forward this evening and you do not get all 4 votes, then you cannot reapply for 2 years and you'll not receive a permit. So that is what Mr. Pearl wanted me to explain to you. So I can't give you advice, but I hope, just from the lines of questioning from members of the board, you can read what's in your best interest this evening.
You want me to?
Would you like to withdraw without prejudice? Is that what you'd like to do?
Sure. Yes.
Okay. Is there a motion to allow the applicant to withdraw without prejudice?
So moved.
Moved by Al,
Second?
seconded by Shannon. Matt on the motion to allow, to remove, to withdraw without prejudice?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes?
Al?
Yes.
Yes. I would speak with the building inspector and try to resolve some of these issues that come up this evening, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Did we hear from the Fulton Street?
Would you
Yes,
guys
I'm
like
sorry,
to-
sir.
Would you guys like me to move all the cars out of there?
Speak to the building inspector. That would be the building inspector's job. I'm sure he's going to be speaking to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Have
much.
a good evening.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
Did we hear from the Fulton
I
Street?
haven't heard from them. I just checked to make sure that I did email them to make sure they knew.
There's no
I
one,
did.
there's no one online.
There's no one online, so.
Well, let's read the public hearing notice, and then I guess we'll have to continue, but we do have to read the notice, so. So, the next matter before us is case 2024-15, 35 Fulton Street for a special permit under the zoning bylaws of Norwood 5.7.3. Notice is hereby given that the Board of Appeals of the Town of Norwood will hold a public hearing on July 9, 2024 at 7 p.m. on the request of Victoria D'Annunzio, case 24-15, with respect to the property located at 35 Fulton Street, Norwood, Mass. 02062, in the single resident zoning district. The hearing will be held at the Norwood Senior Center, 275 Prospect Street, Norwood, Mass. 02062. It will be also available for remote participation via Google Meet. The application requests a special permit pursuant to zoning bylaw section 5.7.3 to demolish the existing house and reconstruct a larger house on a non-conforming lot. Any zoning relief that may be required in adherence to the Norwood zoning bylaw shall be considered by the board. Interested persons are encouraged to attend the hearing and make their views known to the board. Plans are on file with the application, the Office of the Zoning Board of Appeals, and may be requested by emailing comdev@norwoodma.gov Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And this notice appeared in the Norwood Record June 20th and 27th. Is the applicant here or on Google Meet? Okay, we can deny it, we can continue it. But I guess the best is to give them one more time. To,
Make a motion?
a motion to continue till our August 6th meeting, which will also be held at the Norwood Senior Center at 7 p.m. A motion has been made by Matt. Is there a second?
Second?
Seconded by Shannon. Al?
Yes.
Shannon?
Yes.
Yes.
Matt? And I vote yes. And I did neglect, we do have one other position to fill, the clerk's position. Is there a motion? We'll open up the motion for the clerk's position, which is also kind of the vice chairperson. Is there anyone volunteer or?
Can you nominate yourself?
I
don't think you can.
Shannon, would you like to?
Yeah, I will volunteer if
Okay,
I
yeah, you
get a
can,
nomination.
you can nominate yourself.
Oh, you
Yeah,
can?
Yeah.
Oh, no, no, no.
Okay.
Matt and I'll nominate
Okay.
you,
Okay.
for sure.
Well, that feels a little bit better.
Al has nominated Shannon for the, Shannon Greenville to be the clerk, seconded by Matt. Matt, on the nomination
Yes.
clerk for Shannon?
Yes.
Shannon?
Yes?
Al?
Yes.
And I vote yes.
Thank you.
Shannon is the clerk for the next year. I don't believe there's any other business before us.
Oh,
Oh. Who are you, sir?
Hi, Richard D'Annunzio.
Okay, you're late, but okay, so we continued it, but we can reopen, we can take a motion to reopen the public hearing for case number 25-14 as the applicant has arrived. So is there a motion to reopen the public hearing for 35 Fulton Street, case 24-15?
Make a
So
motion.
moved.
So moved by Al, seconded by Matt. Matt, to reopen the public hearing?
Yes.
Shannon?
Yes?
Al?
Yes.
We work on time here, sir.
Sorry.
Please approach the I've already read the public notice. Please approach the podium. Just so you know, sir, there's 4 members here this evening. Usually there's 5, meaning that you would need all 4 members to support your proposal this evening. So with
Okay.
that, feel free to name and address for the record and tell us what you want to do on Fulton Street.
35 Fulton Street.
And your name, sir?
My name is Christian D'Annunzio.
Okay, thank you.
I am father of 3 children, and my wife and I and my 3 children, we'd like to demolish our house and rebuild it as an electric net zero home. The footprint is going to be slightly larger than it is now by 1% calculated. It's deeper. It's about 27 feet deep. It's going to be now narrower, 24 feet deep. But it's 44 feet long, and it's going to be 50 feet long. So to do that, we have to move the house slightly towards the west so that we're satisfying the setbacks on the side, 15-foot setbacks. All the other setbacks are satisfied. And it's going to be a colonial home, two-story colonial. I have the plans that I've submitted.
Yep. We also have those. We also have those.
Is there any
Okay. Matt,
technical details you have
No,
questions
we'll
about?
start with you. Just have any questions for the applicant?
How many vehicles do you have, and what's the impact gonna be?
How many vehicles do we have?
In the household, you know,
We have three
you have 3 cars?
vehicles. Yeah,
Okay. Have you talked to the neighbors? What are their?
we have. They are fully supportive. I
Have
mean,
you-
our side neighbors.
Yeah.
We haven't talked to the people across the street.
Okay. I'm good.
Go ahead.
We're not going to expand our driveway at all. It's going to be the same size.
Shannon?
Yeah, I just had a question from the renderings about the height. I know that there's maybe some slope happening here on the property, but I was having a hard time understanding sort of what is the top elevation, and is that something that you would be seeking relief on, or is that something
No,
that's within
And I
Spoke to
did,
the commissioner,
the... Okay.
and he showed me how to do the calculation the correct way.
And I know this came up like last meeting or the meeting before. Is it, it's like some average of...
yeah,
Yeah.
it's the average of the sides at the tallest point
Yeah.
where the roof meets the side
Got it.
of the house. And I spoke with the building inspector earlier today, and looking at the plans that are provided, there's really just not enough information on them
Right.
to tell if it meets the height requirement or not. So
Okay.
my suggestion would be, if the board chooses to approve with a condition that the height requirement be satisfied as deemed by the building commissioner.
Okay.
Does my, forgive me, the plans that I sent, does it have the markup of the elevations, a red markup?
There was an elevations. They do have it here. There was.
It shows
is
the
it?
elevation of 36 something on the peak side, and some
the basement.
incremental elevations on the other side.
Right, so and then at the end, I do the calculation, and it's an average of 29.4 feet.
Okay, so that's within the 30.
That's within the 30.
Okay.
But there's no red. What I was talking about is, do you have something that looks like this?
That's what we
dimension?
received there.
No, I saw one that
No.
had 36 and change on one side, but the east elevation it looked like.
May I show this?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. sir.
So, I did the measurements to this at the center,
Okay.
and the final grade elevation. And these are the measurements. Originally, I thought the measurement had to be to the top of the roof, and there was an issue, but the commissioner explained it to me. It has to be along the wall until it touches the roof.
And that was the 29 figure that
So
you used? Okay.
I took all 4 dimensions, and all 4 dimensions are here, and calculated it. You can keep this if you wish.
No, you're going to submit that to the building inspector, correct?
Sure.
So he'll approve it, so he's the expert, and appreciate the fact that you spoke to him. Is this a modular home?
That's a good question. A lot of people confuse it with a modular home. It's not exactly a modular, it's not really a modular home.
Okay.
Unity Homes, I encourage anyone who's interested to go to their website on the YouTube. They show a lot of nice videos. They create the walls in their factory,
Right.
but they don't create the whole, a modular home, they create the whole
Yeah.
inside
Okay.
and ship the whole piece to the
Right.
site. So they create the walls that make it super insulated. They bring it to the site, they crane the walls into position onto the concrete foundation, which has been cast in place on the site.
Right.
Then they secure it together, very tight. They do blower tests and with an HERS evaluator to make sure it passes a certain.
It has to pass the state, you're aware of that, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah, it has to
Yeah,
pass the
they
state,
have.
yeah.
They gave me a document that I
Yeah,
submitted.
yeah, I saw that, yeah. Okay.
And then once it's really airtight, it's like a thermos. You know, it holds the heat, holds
How does it know?
holds the cool.
It's an old thermos joke.
Please tell me. I haven't heard that one.
How many credits are there, energy credits, to do it?
I don't know. I'm looking into that, but I think there's a potential that I could get $25,000 from the state of Massachusetts for meeting a certain threshold, which we're trying to meet.
Thank you.
Sure.
Shannon, will you please?
Yep, that's everything back.
And you're gonna have solar panels on the roof?
Yes,
Have
and
you-
a battery system.
Have you spoken with the Northern Light Department?
Yes.
'Cause they might have some credits available and.
Yes,
you gotta
there's
tie
a
in- You gotta tie into them,
there's a very generous.
yeah,
Program that they
Program
have
that they
running.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay, what's the total footprint now, and what is, I see where it's crossed with the parallel lines there, but what's the total, just so when we take the vote, what's the total square footage of the foundation now, just the foundation?
Foundation.
And also, you're increasing the floor area ratio, right? Because what's the total square footage of the home now, and what will it be when the new home gets placed?
The current foundation is 1,188 roughly.
1,188, and the new foundation will be
1574.
1,200.
1,200, okay.
There will be more.
Now, you're gonna have more floor area,
Yes, there will
right?
be more
So-
floor area
so
total
I think,
because the full second floor. Right now, I don't have a full
yeah,
second floor.
so that's something else we have to vote on, because if it increases by 25%, so what is the total square footage of your home now? It doesn't show
I don't
it
have that with me
in
right
the
now. I'm sorry.
assessor's card. Can you put that up on the Norwood Assessors?
I'm not sure that it's gonna have square footage.
It should, the Norwood Assessors online property card. Do you know what the new square footage will be? Total square footage of
Yes.
the home?
That's just 1,200 times 2.
Okay, so that'd be 2,400. So we just want to get what it is present, because if it exceeds 25%, we also have to give you a special permit for that.
I can reduce that slightly because
Let's find out what it is first. We're not looking to
Shave it.
save it yet, right?
I'm measuring conservatively to the outer edges. They say for square footage you can measure to the inside face of the wall.
View the online property card. Can you go back to, we've got that, if you go back to the middle one there,
Or
yes.
the vision property
Yeah,
card.
the vision one should have it, yes. If you go down, it should show right there. I'll keep going, sorry. Okay.
Oh, there we go, 1,584.
Okay. Now you can do the math, so we'll have that percentage. Gonna be 33% increase, okay. Okay, anything else from any of the members?
I think that's right. 1,584.
Yeah.
Yes, I have one
Yeah,
question.
go ahead.
What are you talking time frame wise? Knock
Right.
down new,
Hopefully, we wanted to start in September. I know that might be delayed, but they said it could take about 7 months, best case 9 months if there are delays.
you're gonna button it up for the winter and
Yeah. So they build the foundation, then when they crane in the walls and the roof. That's up in about a week, and then the contractor finishes the inside. Takes his time, a few months to finish the inside, and put the siding on the outside.
is that the contractor recommended by the manufacturer?
They've recommended a number of contractors, and I interviewed a number of them. And
Just curious.
I think he knows the commissioner in a previous town. He worked with him when the commissioner was in Medfield, maybe.
Yes, he was, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm good.
Okay, thank you. Well, I don't see anyone here from the public. Someone did jump on to Google Meet.
Yeah,
and
they
then
left again.
They left again? Okay. Okay, thank you very, very much, sir.
Thank you for your
There-
patience. I
there
apologize
isn't-
for being
There
late.
isn't anybody here, so if there's no further questions, we can take a motion to close the public hearing. And
So
then,
moved.
Okay, a motion by Al to close the public hearing,
Second?
second by Shannon. Matt?
Yes.
Shannon?
Yes?
Al?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, the public hearing is closed. What are the wishes of the board?
So just to clarify, we are voting to approve, I think, did I see frontage?
No, it's
No.
non-conforming, so I think the thing we were voting on was
Just the percent increase over 25%
percentage
and then
increase,
the.
yeah, where's the?
So it's under 5.7.3.
It is a non-conforming demolition of the home and then a rebuild.
Of it
It remains
staying.
non-conforming, so everything remains the same. So reconstruction, 5.7 by 3 by special permit. In the event the proposed reconstruction would cause the structure to exceed the volume or area of the original non-conforming structure or cause the structure to be located other than on the original footprint, a special permit shall be required from the Board of Appeals prior to such demolition. So that is what we're voting on.
Okay, great.
And just in our conversation, Shannon brought up the point that will, part of the motion would be that you make sure the building inspector's determination does not exceed 30 feet in height. The foundation is going to increase 12 feet, which would be 1%, and the living area is an increase of 33%, which exceeds the 25% allowed by the zoning. So that is what we are voting on. It certainly, I think, meets all the criterias under a special permit. We will, you can just see that there. There is a social economic benefit here in regards to it being a green home. Circulation, the traffic, the driveway is not expanding, so there'll be no expansion of pervious materials. The utilities of public service will be utilizing a light department solar program. Obviously, the environmental impacts will, being a net zero building, is certainly a plus. It's compatible to the neighborhood. It's visually compatible to the neighborhood, and obviously the fiscal inputs will benefit the town, that you'll have to pay more taxes.
That's not why we're here.
So, is there a motion to approve as presented with the comments regarding the increase and the building height?
So moved?
Moved by Shannon, is there a second?
Second?
Seconded by Al. Matt?
Yes.
Shannon?
Yes?
Al?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Good luck, sir.
Congratulations.
Good
Any
luck.
questions?
Good luck.
We really had a choice of looking elsewhere, taking the money and bringing it somewhere else.
Well, we're glad you're here.
23 years we love it here, so.
We're glad you're
And
here.
this way, we can make the house exactly the way we want.
Exactly.
Yep. And as soon as they straighten out the circle there, when they come in with the lights, it'll be a little easier in about a year.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll be a little
Maybe.
easier in about a year. All righty.
I have to send the commissioner.
Yeah, just speak with the commissioner and speak with Northern Light and
I know
move forward. There's a, we'll get a final report, which we'll send to the city clerk. There's a 20-day appeal period. And then once that appeal period processes, you'll be responsible for recording it at the Registry of Deeds, the special permit.
Great.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome.
Good luck.
No other matters before the board. Will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved?
So,
So moved by Shannon, second by Al.
yes.
Al?
Yes.
Shannon?
Yes?
Matt?
Yes.
And yes, thank you. Thank you, NCM. Thank you. Have it?